It's around now that I embark on one of the most hazardous exercises a cricket analyst can do, which was the team of the ICC T20 World Cup 2026. Why is it hazardous? Simply because there were 20 teams. There were groups of 5 teams each. Some of the matches were very simple. Some people filled their boots there. Some of the matches were played in very different conditions. The pitches in Sri Lanka, so different from the pitches in India. So it's very, very difficult to assign numbers. So you might think it's a cop out, but I've gone by what my eyes were telling me. I've gone by what my instincts were telling me. And I've come up with my 11 for the team of the tournament. And then I thought I'll go and take a look at the numbers. So let's see if you agree. It's a wonderful exercise. You might as well, as I tell you every time, do it yourself. So let's go in batting order. The first player absolutely picks himself. He wasn't in contention even for his national side at the start of the tournament. But once Sanju Samson came in, he was unstoppable. His maturity, his selflessness, his extraordinary skill, his situational awareness just marked him out. And I'm so happy for him. Sanju Samson is my first pick in the ICC T20 World Cup team. There were so many other openers, though, and that makes the choice of the second opener a little bit more difficult. What about those two gunslingers from New Zealand, Allen and Seifert? What about Pathum Nissanka, a player I like so much? For a long time, I thought Aiden Markram was the #1 opening batter in this tournament. And yet, when the time came, I looked closely at a player who I rate very highly, who carried the burden of his team's batting on his shoulders, hardly got any other support. And I so wish for Sahibzada Farhan that there is an environment created in the team that he plays in that allows him to flourish and become as good a player as he can be. And so Sahibzada Farhan is my second opener. Then we come to number 3. I really had only 2 candidates at number 3. There's Shimron Hetmeyer and there was Ishan Kishan. And I looked at the match-winning capacities of Ishan Kishan, that wonderful innings against Pakistan, then so often coming when Abhishek Sharma is not doing well, coming in and getting those quick 40s, 50s, selfless innings. And in all fairness, Shimron Hetmeyer did that as well. He struck at 193, Hetmeyer struck at 187. I told you I didn't look at numbers initially, but I did look at them later. And so I've gone with Ishan Kishan simply because I thought he played the more substantial roles in a winning team, but I have no issue at all if you say, look, Hetmeyer's my man. Then at number 4, I think England have found a gem in Jacob Bethel. I liked the calmness with which he approached that chase. And you might say calmness in the 250 chase, but he gave you the impression that he was in control. It was a fabulous innings. I could have gone with Harry Brook, but there's just something about Jacob Bethel. And what that does now, once I've got those top 4, is I've got 2 right-handers and 2 left-handers in my top 4, which is so important in the way the modern game goes. Now, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to assign numbers to those, but I want a batting seam bowling all-rounder, a bowling seam bowling all-rounder, a spin bowling all-rounder, and a destroyer at the end. And I don't think you can look too much beyond Hardik Pandya as the batter who bowled seam up. As the tournament went along, he started bowling better and better. He started delivering 4 overs consistently to his captain, brilliant in the field. May not have had the best game in the final, but Hardik Pandya walks into that side. Now, at the other end, I thought Marco Jans. But then I looked at another player who's actually coming back in, but who delivered the overs. Doesn't always have to bowl 4 overs in this side. He's a clean hitter of the ball, and he could bat anywhere. And that's why I picked Jason Holder over Marco Jansen in my side. So I've got the 2 seam bowling all-rounders to go with 2 specialist fast bowlers that I will pick. Now I wanted a spin bowling all-rounder. The Sikandar Raza of Zimbabwe, but I just thought you couldn't look beyond Will Jacks. Every time England were in trouble, he bailed them out. You look at Will Jacks and you think, yeah, he's a batter who bowls a little bit of off-spin. Tell you what, in this tournament, he did a lot more than just bowl a little bit of off-spin. Fantastic batter, can bat at 6, bat at 7. Actually started off batting at 3. So he's my spin bowling all-rounder between Pandya, Holder and Jacks. I've already got a few overs in there because I've got 3 bowlers to follow after them. Now I need a specialist who will help me finish the innings. Ideally a left-hander because I've got now a lot of right-handers in there. But you look down all the players in this team, who plays that role better than anybody else? The easiest thing in the world is to say, look, let's pick a Deepal Brevis, for example, and ask him to play that role. No, this is about specialist roles. And nobody did in this tournament did that better than Shivam Dube did. So Shivam Dube gets into my side. So my 5, 6, 7, 8 are Pandya, Dube, Jax, and Holder. Now I need a wristy. You could have thought Varun Chakravarti, but he just sort of tailed off towards the end. We didn't see enough of Kuldeep. We didn't see enough of Adam Zampa. And so I'm going to the old warhorse from England. There were days when the batters got the better of him. We were looking at a 6-bowler setup. When he's in, he bowls well. His change of pace was excellent. I still think there's room for Adil Rashid in that side. Eyebrows? Pick your own team. Then 2 fast bowlers. I just needed to pick one. And of all the contenders, even so many contenders from South Africa as well, I went with Lungisani and Ngidi because I just love the fact that he's bowling those wide Yorkers. His change of pace is excellent. And he just became a bank for South Africa. So Lungisani and Ngidi completes my team. I know I've got to pick 11, but I mean, Jasprit Bumrah just walks in, doesn't he? So there you are. That's my team. I've got Bumrah and Ngidi, Hardik Pandya and Jason Holder. I've got 4 seam bowling options. I've got Adil Rashid. I've got maybe a little bit of Bethel. If you require Dube to bowl a little bit of seam up, Will Jack. So I've got enough bowling options, and I've got batting that goes all the way down to 8 because India have shown that that is the way to go out and win tournaments. So there you are. That's my team. Go and pick yours. Because I'm sure when you look at this team, you look and say, come on. How could he not pick this guy? How could he not pick that guy? The best thing is to pick your own. But I think this is a team worthy of being picked. It'll do well. I've not picked a captain in this side because this side is never actually going to take the field. So this is my 11.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.